Hello my friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Kat and today I'm going to be showing you all of my favourite secondhand finds. I love vintage fashion, I love secondhand shopping, I buy secondhand way more than I buy from shops, and today I wanted to show you some of my favourite ever pieces that I have found on either eBay, Depop, or through charity shops or vintage shops. So I am going to separate it into categories because there are certain things I look for in certain places. So let's begin. Let's start with Depop. The thing with Depop is I usually am looking on Depop for something very specific. It's not very often that I stumble across something that I really want. It's usually I know exactly what I'm looking for and I find it on Depop. I usually use Depop to look for things from brands that I don't necessarily want to support by buying from them directly, like Urban Outfitters or somewhere like that, or just things that are out of stock in my size, or things that are just too expensive and I don't want to pay for them full price. So that is usually what I go for Depop. This first dress was the first thing I ever bought from Depop. I've had this going on like 5-6 years now, and this is this absolutely gorgeous full length velvet dress, but when you get to the bottom it has got this stunning floral, I don't know how to describe it because it's not an embellishment, it's not sewn in, it's part of the fabric. It feels like the floral print has been pushed into the fabric or something, and then it's got all these cut out details at the bottom. This is probably one of my favorite ever vintage finds, and this was one I wasn't looking for. I wasn't looking for a long vintage black dress, but at this point Depop was a very young app. There was not many people using it, so it was really easy to browse through Depop because people were not there wasn't all these people drop shipping from AliExpress and things like that. So I managed to find this just through browsing, and if I remember correctly, this cost me £5 and I love it. This next dress doesn't have a story with it, but basically Natalie, who goes by Your Home Girl on this platform on YouTube, she is so cool. I've become obsessed with her videos recently. She lives in Korea, she does styling videos and vlogs and stuff, and I was looking back at some summer vlogs and she was wearing this dress in it and I thought, oh my god, that is beautiful, I want it so bad. And she mentioned that she had bought it from a shop. She didn't say which, she just said she had bought it from a shop in the sale. So I did some hunting through her videos and she mentioned that it was from Zara. So I found one on Depop in my size. So this is a really beautiful midi, I'd say it's more of a midi dress that's got this lovely floral print, but the top is different to the body. Isn't it so pretty? And the shoulders of this dress kind of sit Bardot style, which I love. I love a square neck or a sweetheart neckline or a Bardot neckline. Love it. So this actually arrived today, a few hours ago, and she washed it before it came. It smells so good. And I think that is the beauty of Depop as well, is like you can know that you want an item and you can just keep looking for it and someone will be selling it in your size. And then the final thing I want to talk about, and this is something like what I was talking about from Urban Outfitters that I didn't want to buy from Urban Outfitters, so I bought it secondhand instead, and it is this mesh overlay slip dress. It's got like a lettuce hem at the bottom, a little bow on the front. It's really, really gorgeous. I love this dress so much. It's one of my favourite things to wear for gigs, and also it looks great if you tuck it into a pair of jeans and wear it as a top. I really like this. Okay, the next place I'm going to talk about is eBay. I definitely used to shop a lot more at eBay than I do now. I started out on eBay, like before Depop was a thing. eBay was the only place I would buy clothes. eBay is usually the place that I will go to for vintage things, or like vintage things that I know someone on Depop will try and sell for stupid money. Because usually the people that use eBay to sell are a bit older, they haven't quite cottoned on to like the gentrification of Depop, because Depop is bad for people who just go to charity shops, buy loads of stuff and then sell it on really expensive. I've witnessed it. I work in a charity shop. eBay is definitely the place I go to look for leather jackets and vintage dresses, because I know that on there people are less likely to bump up the prices, and a lot of the time they won't actually sell them at vintage prices. They sell them as like charity shop prices, so you can get some really nice things on eBay for like half the price you would spend buying it on Depop. So the two items I have to show you from eBay are actually both leather jackets. There are 3 leather jackets in this video. Leather jackets are my weakness. I love them so much. They're my favorite item of clothing, and these two are definitely my favorites that I've ever bought from anywhere. So this jacket was my most recent purchase, and it's got my work keys in the pocket. I have worn this so much. So this is like a leather, it's not a trench coat, it's like a straight down jacket that buttons all the way to the top, but it has these incredible suede details. So the collar has got suede all around, the cuff sleeves are suede, and then it also has this, it's so hard to show you, this like floral design that is also suede with this like imprint, and this is the same on both sides. Little gold buttons, they've got this lovely like detail on them, and this jacket I got for £25 including postage. So I was absolutely thrilled with this, and that wasn't even like a bidding. I didn't bid on that. This is just how much they were selling it for, and it's beautiful. It's so warm, but it's not too thick. You can wear a jumper underneath it, definitely. You'll be able to see it better in the cutaways, but I absolutely love this coat. Definitely a new favourite. And this next one was the first leather jacket I ever bought. And I remember I bought it, I think it cost me £40, I think. And I bought it because I wanted to be Charlie XCX. That's the ins and outs of it. And I remember I got it, and at the time I had like really short bobbed hair, and short hair on me just makes me look like a child. Like it just makes me look really like cutesy. And I remember getting this jacket, trying it on, and just thinking like, oh my God, what a waste of money. And I was so disappointed because I thought I was going to put it on and feel just absolutely badass. So I didn't wear it for probably like 6 months. And then I was getting ready to actually go play a gig. And I had my hair up in a really high ponytail with lots of bits like falling down. And I just thought, I'm just going to try the leather jacket again. I'm just going to try it and see how I feel. and oh my god, as soon as I put it on, I was like, this is my new second skin. This is my second skin. I never want to take this off. I love it so much. And it is, let me scoot back so I can show you it. It is this incredible biker jacket, belt round the waist, zips on the sleeves. I have worn this so much. Zip in the front. We've got pockets on the inside. It's one of my favourite things about like men's jackets is that you always get, ooh, just found some headphones. But yeah, I absolutely love this. And then because I was angsty and 18, I painted this on the back. This is my favourite jacket. This is my favourite leather jacket. I think it is so cool. It has gone through so much with me. I've played numerous gigs in this jacket. I've gone on numerous nights out with this jacket. I took this jacket with me when we went to Budapest for my birthday with my mum. This has gone everywhere with me, and I've definitely got my money's worth out of this jacket because it was used and abused for a long time. I haven't worn it this year, I don't think, just because it's been very cold. Like, it was very cold, and then by the time it was warming up again, I think I had like a cotton jacket that I was wearing, just because it went from like really cold to really hot very quick. But that is a jacket that has got so much wear out of me. Okay, now we're on to the things that I've bought from charity shops or from vintage shops. Obviously, when you go charity shopping, you can go with the mindset of like things you want to find. So if you were specifically looking for blouses or for trousers or for whatever, you can, but you're less likely to find exactly what you're looking for. And usually when I go like vintage or thrift shopping, I go in like blind. I don't think this is something that I want to find today. I might think, oh, I want a jumper, but I never go as specific as I do, especially when looking on Depop. So these things are very much like true finds. So the first thing I'm going to show you is something I actually got from my work. As I've mentioned numerous times, and I've already mentioned in this video, I work in a charity shop. And this is this like blue mesh dress with these flowers on, and it's kind of got like a tie-dye-ness to it. It is so incredibly 90s, it hurts, and then it has some slits up the legs. It'd be better for you to see in the cutaways, but I love wearing this with a belt around the waist. It's also really nice to layer with a top underneath, and I just think it's really cool. I love it, and that is something that would have been sold on Depop for like probably £35, so I'm pretty pleased. So this next one, actually I got recently from when Pops and I went like thrift shopping. We went around all of the charity shops, all of the vintage shops in our city, and there is a vintage Sue Ryder. So Sue Ryder is a charity shop. I don't know what they're a charity for, but Sue Ryder is a charity, and they have a specific shop that is for vintage items. So I guess when they get donations coming into their other Sue Ryder shops, they just collect what could be sold as vintage and they go straight to this shop. The thing I really love about the Sue Ryder vintage shop is that it's not quite charity shop prices, but it's not vintage prices. They keep it at a nice sort of, it's not even like close to being vintage shop prices. Like, they have got really good pricing in there. They often have a rail of things that are like £1 or £2 because there's a hole in them or something like that. But this is a dress that I got the last time we went, and it's like a full length tea dress in this gorgeous pale yellow with these buttons on the boobies, and this cost me £13. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It is a 14, but it's also vintage, so it's probably like a 10 or a 12. And it fits me like it was made for me. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't feel like I need to take it up. I was very tempted to take it up and turn it into like a little sort of 60s mini dress, but actually I think I quite like it the length that it is, and it just suits my silhouette really nice. Yeah, £13 for that, when again vintage that would have been like what, £30 maybe. This next thing I also got from the same Sue Ryder vintage shop, and this is another example of just like how reasonable it is in there. This is a full length blue trench coat, leather trench coat. I love this so much. I think the reason why it was so cheap is because some of the stitching at the back here has come away, so when you wear it, it does kind of stick out sometimes. I did try and fix it a little bit, but it needs to kind of just be, it just needs to be sewn back up, which I can probably do. But I love this. It's a little tight on me now, so I wouldn't be able to wear it with anything big underneath, but I wore this last year for my birthday. We went away to London to go and watch a theatre production of All About Eve with Gillian Anderson, mum, and I wore this and it was amazing and I loved it, and I just think it's so cool. Like, it just looks so cool, and it has a belt around the waist as well, so you can tie it in so you have like really nice shape. And this cost me £15 from that charity shop. £15. Bloody bargain. And I might as well do everything from that charity shop in one go. I also got this really cool waistcoat. I'm holding it upside down. I was like, why does this look so weird? It's holding it upside down. It's this denim waistcoat with tassels and these little silver bits. It did used to have 3 on the back, but I lost 2 of them. So now I just have the one lone little tassel-y bit at the back. But this is so cool. I remember seeing it and just thinking like, I can't walk away from this shop and not buying this. Like, I can't. Like, it's from Western Express. It's made in the US, and I think this cost me like a tenner, I think. And it's just so cool. It just adds like a really cool element to any outfit. Like, you could just be wearing something so plain and you just stick this over the top and it's like, boom, you're a cowboy. And then we have one last thing to talk about, and this I bought from a vintage market. In Norwich we have the market place. It's like an all year round market. It's so cool. I love it so much. And at the very top there is a few vintage stalls. The whole row used to be vintage market stalls, but unfortunately a lot of them closed down and don't exist anymore. However, the one vintage stall, and if you're from Norwich, I'm sure you will know it. It's still there. It's called Taxi. Taxi was a place that when we were like 15 and 16, I used to get all of my clothes from Taxi, because the way that Taxi is it's not like an eclectic mix of vintage clothing. It's not just random things that come in. He like bulk buys trendy vintage things. So like when we went the other day, there were loads of Levi jeans, loads of sweater vests, loads of dungarees, there were loads of like vintage trousers, and there were loads of vintage sweaters. But that's it. There's no like random dresses or blouses or anything like that. Like, it's very like on trend vintage items that he gets like a job lot of. And when I was younger, that was the only place I ever bought clothes from, because when I was that age, what was sort of trendy in like the vintage realm was like big patterned shirts, again, Levi jeans, denim jackets, things like that. So I used to get all of my clothes from Taxi. And this next item that I'm going to show you is actually something that my mum bought for me on my 18th birthday, because we went shopping on my 18th birthday, and she bought this for me and I love it. Like, through numerous like emptying out my wardrobe, I can't ever bring myself to get rid of it. And I tried it on recently and now it finally actually fits, because it used to be way too big. Let me show you rather than just like talking about it. So it is this gaudy as fuck jumpsuit with these massive flowers. Sorry, there's a button that's not done up. Now off, it looks just like, I don't know, it doesn't look as good as it looks on. So obviously in the clips you will see, but you tie it at the back and it like really cinches in the waist. When I first got this, it had big puffy sleeves, and my mum's friend is actually a seamstress, and she basically paid her friend to take the big puffy sleeves off for me, so it fits more like, it's like a tank top at the top. And then she also she did take them up at the bottom, but unfortunately they didn't, it wasn't short enough for me. So I kind of just rolled the bottom up at the bottom. I did have it sewn, but it's been so long that the stitches have started to unseam. So I think I'm actually going to use the like invisible seam that you iron on to fix the bottom of these. But because now that this actually fits, I am going to live in this in the summer, because I used to wear it a lot and it's amazing in the summer because it's very thin material, but it's in no way see-through. So it's so comfortable and airy and I absolutely love it. And it's just so bright. This is how I always used to dress, like this bright, in your face, so many colours. And now I'm like, muted please. So yeah, those are all of my favourite vintage finds. Again, from different sources, vintage, Depop and eBay. You can find, I mean, don't take my, like, this is just very loose advice as well, that like you can't find things that you're looking for when you are going out thrift shopping or looking in charity shops. You probably can, but you would have to go looking like every single day, because a lot of places change out their stock most days. So I find that if you have got something really specific in mind, browsing for it online is just a lot easier, and you do have the options of Depop and eBay if you do want to buy something secondhand. But yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. That'd be really cool. Eat good, drink good, take care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!